can we at least, open the video for 1 minute and take, in the beginning, kind of, picture so that we know who else is there on the call? Because I can just see the alphabets S, A, so for 1 minute, can we switch on the video and, we just take the kind of picture and then get started? Hello.
So they'll do 1 minute.
Yeah. I mean, let's make it, you can unmute and, you can say, at least communicate your responses so that the session is interactive, okay? And it's not your college session or, classroom session that, you got to be, listen to the orders or something. Like, feel free, you are a kind of young audience, right? So what matters, whether it's young, old, adult, or whatever, like ability to communicate and ask questions, okay? I mean, that's the critical at every stage. Okay, so would you like to take one, I mean, in case you have any WhatsApp group, or share with me also, certainly, just take one picture of this whole, group or community so that we can also circulate that on LinkedIn or, wherever we need, okay? Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead. I'll take the picture.
You're taking it?
Yeah.
Okay, you take it so that, so hello everyone, I'm Jitendra here. Can you hear me properly? You can say yes, no,
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you. So I really appreciate that Prisha is still traveling and she is able to join the call. So let me share my screen now, okay? And you have to also confirm if you are able to see my screen, okay? Are you able to see the screen? So it's not going to be monotonous, or it's not going to be dialogue like where I am only showing the slides. We got to be interactive, right? So whatever questions I'm asking, you have to at least say your responses. Is that okay? Okay, so welcome all of you. So this is the session we have. So thanks to Sidley, Prisha, and entire Rotary community for giving me this opportunity for session on resume building and LinkedIn. Okay, so let's move on. At any point of time, I think if you have any questions, doubts, you can please unmute yourself and shoot your questions. Is that okay, Sidley, if we follow that protocol here?
Yes, sir. So my name is Sidel.
Sorry, so yeah. That's what I wanted to confirm. Like, am I pronouncing it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Dali, right? Okay, so let's get started, guys. So this is what we have lined up the agenda today. Like we will have a quick round of introduction. So Sidali has already introduced Prisha. I know, and you guys are from the interacting with Rotary, so I hope you guys know each other. So we will have like what is the importance of professional resume and LinkedIn profile in today's age. We will see that. What are the key critical components of these two tools, and crafting strong professional brand and summary. We will see that. And obviously this is all we are doing so that we can showcase our skills and competency to the global world, like whether it is HR manager, companies. So how to do that we will see, and some of the common mistakes to avoid. And then we will have a detailed Q&A session or kind of takeaway. I will ask each one of you, like, what is that you have learned today? Okay. So, some kind of personal branding here. Again, as I said, personal branding is important, not only for me, for everyone. So why today's session Rotary has chosen Mr. Jitendra Bhavsa. So just quick background and introduction about me. So, I am Jitendra here. So these are the certifications, so why me? Because, like I am certified professional coach, certified digital career strategist. CDSS is nothing but, like somebody who has, authority or understands the LinkedIn tool properly. Then I am also the certified career counselor. I am certified professional resume writer also. And recently, because I am scaling up my website and business, I also have done, digital marketing, full stack digital marketing course from WSQ Tech. So while I was doing that, before that, what I was doing. So I started my journey with Godrej. Then I moved on to L&T, Wipro, HCL Technologies, KPL Offshore Marine in Singapore. Then I was in Middle East for KPMG, then Tata Consultancy. So many customers, clients I have worked closely. And that's where I realized, like there is a fundamental disconnect between, what people are choosing career and how can I be a coach for them. Okay. So that's a brief about me. And I'm happy to share that recently, I was given a recognition by Pune-based PR company that is, called Enterprise Review Media, and they appreciated my efforts, whatever I'm continuously contributing on LinkedIn. Okay. So this is just for FYI. And we also have this CAREERDON, YouTube channel. You can take a look. There are hardly 2 to 5 minutes videos are there that will help you to understand the basics of whatever we are going to discuss today. And that is all listed out there. Okay. So people always ask me these questions. Hey, Jitendra, what is this CAREERDON? What do you mean by Dawn? So, it's like it is misunderstood, or we, because of the Bollywood movies or whatever we have, people take it in the negative sense. But the career is already, that, you want to make your career, be it digital marketing, be it, commerce, finance, all this engineering section. So you want to make your career based on that. And Dawn is somebody you can rely upon, somebody who has gone through that journey and somebody you can, showcase the right path. That's what the CAREERDON means. Okay. So best professional resume writing services in India, like we have customers from Canada, USA, UK. Because we are Pune based, obviously a lot of people from Pune are approaching me. Dubai, Qatar, these are the top companies we have provided our services. We have 200 plus Google review. So it's not only for Pune, we have branch office in Mumbai also. We are expanding in Bangalore also. So across India, we will have our branch office. So that's how collectively Google helps you to expand your business. Okay. And there are also, this is our new brand new website, and this is the CAREERDON YouTube channel. You can take a look whenever you have time. There are small videos which will definitely help you. These are the industries we have served, like education, academics, logistics, human resource, engineering. So what I mean by that, like people from this industry reached out to us, like for information technology, software development, these people reached out to us and we have provided our services to them. Okay, like including aviation. Like somebody wants to become pilot, somebody wants to become air hostess. So what should they do? That kind of resume writing or career coaching and counseling we have provided. Okay. Any questions as of now? I mean, I will keep coming back to you. Otherwise, it should not be boring. And like I am talking and you are listening. It should not be typical classroom session you guys are attending in classes or in college. Can you please shout out? Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Sidali. Okay, let's continue and come back to our session. So in today's day, like how do you do personal branding? Like what are the tools you have in case you want to do? Let me take one example. Any volunteer we can take, anybody's name I can take. Sidali, like who should I take? Or anybody would like to volunteer, I will take that name and we will take that as a kind of case study in the discussion.
Sir, Ain.
Okay, you would like to nominate yourself. Okay.
No, sir, I was saying my friend Ain.
Okay. What's
AIN.
Ain. So hi, Ain. Thank you for your volunteer and nomination. So we'll take your name. So Ain, in case today you want to, by the way, which course you are doing now, right now? Like what is your qualification in the background you're doing?
Sir, I'm a second year BBA student.
Second year BBA student. Very good. So Bachelor of Business Administration. So you are like basics of business administration they are teaching you, but like when you go to the real world, like what I mean by real world, like once your BBA course is done, you want to go for internship. So how you will do personal branding, like how people will know that who is Ain and what do you bring to the table, right? So these are the personal branding tools for not only for Ain but for everyone on this class, and of course including me. As I said, so like ATS resume writing. So your ATS resume is your personal branding tool itself. Like when I say it's let me see if somebody is waiting in the okay. I hope nobody is waiting on the meet. Okay. So ATS resume writing and cover letter. Okay. So cover letter, resume writing, and LinkedIn. So these are the basic 3 tools which you have in the market. Which when you go to the market, for example, you are looking for job, internship, so these are the basic tools which you have to go to the market. And it's like, the competition is so cutthroat, and, like there are so many people graduating from Symbiosis, DY Patil, Bharati Vidyapit. So every university, every college, have their own strength and, their understanding. But as I said, now this competition, if you really want to win, you have to have proper sharpened tools. So these are your tools like resume writing. If your resume is updated, I hope I'm not missing on anyone. Okay. So I think recently a couple of people joined. Hi everyone. So we just started our session. Okay. Okay. So those who have just joined, I think Shabana, Sakshi, I see a couple of names there. So hi guys, good evening. We just started session 5 or 10 minutes back. Okay. So if you have any questions, please throw, you can just unmute yourself and let me know like if you have any specific questions. Okay. So let's get going. So, like as I said, so these are the tools. If you sharpen these tools, what I mean by sharpen, if you have position your keywords, like who are you, what value you bring on the table. If your LinkedIn is optimized, your profile photo, like what kind of brand, like if you are a marketing person, you should showcase that, we will actually see on LinkedIn, some of the examples which I have done for our customers. I will show you that. So this is how you actually go to the market with the proper strategy, and that is what we call it as a GTM. You must have heard this terminology, right? Like because you guys are from BBA. So GTM, anybody, any guesses what is GTM stands for? Hello, Sahil, Bhavya, Ain, you are the volunteer. So at least I hope you can be comfortable and you can share what you know about GTM.
I'm not really sure, sir.
Okay, so no problem. So GTM is nothing but go to market strategy, or like job search strategy. Like when you are going to the market, at least you should know, like you have your proper resume crafted, your LinkedIn is ready, and how to do that. That's what you learn and understand in this call. Okay, so thank you, Ain. So welcome to the professional resume writing. So this is the question I want to throw to all of you. Like I want to ask this question to like what is your perception about resume? Like what do you think that what exactly resume is all about? Like, or do you really care for resume? Like because resume, the reason I'm asking is resume is highly underestimated document and highly ignored document. It's not only in India, across the globe. People don't care resume much. But is that the same situation with you? I would like to know from you. And the reason I'm asking questions so that we can be interactive. Like we shouldn't be sounding boring that I am talking. As I said, I am not your classroom teacher who will just present something and go and it's not like that. Let's make it interactive. Let's make it more collaborative. Are you guys with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. So as like you are the young audience, or what they call it, Gen Z. Like you are the bold audience. That is what I am assuming. You are not that kind of shy audience that who will say no. I mean that was the audience people used to get 10, 20 years back. Like people will not utter a word. People will simply follow the presenter or who is that. But that kind of those days are gone, right? Like people are completely out on their social media, and they are raising their voices, what is right, wrong. So any idea, like I mean I'm sure you still in the college and learning phase, but I'm sure like you, maybe your brother, sister, or your parents, you must have heard like, hey, my resume got rejected, hey, my resume is not good, or my resume is good. Any idea like what is the resume definition, or what do you understand by resume? Anybody would like to, like, if no, Ayn, you are there, my volunteer, so I will come back to you. But other than Ayn, anybody want to raise your voice, or anybody wants to take this chance and communicate with all of us that what is your impression, what is your understanding about resume?
Hey, hi Jitendra. This is Shubham.
Hi.
Hey, hi. So yeah, I mean, from my experience, right? I'm already working. So from my experience, I've seen like resume is the basic. I mean, whenever you apply for a job through LinkedIn or anywhere, so resume is the first document which gets filtered out. So I believe like how a resume should be, it should be a simple, presentable, and all the notable points which you want to share the experience, all the relatable things that those should be highlighted over the document.
Absolutely perfect. I think let's clap for Shubham. He at least took this opportunity and communicate with all of us. So well done, Shubham, and thank you for, for taking time out and communicating on this platform. By the way, are you also doing BBA now, Shubham?
No, I'm actually working with Citibank as of now.
Okay, great. So you are a working professional. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was spot on, Shubham. I will just elaborate that. So your resume is, whether you have done 10 standard, 12 standard, your certification, your graduation, if you have done MBA from, topmost university, could be, Amity University, Symbiosis, Pune University, all that, like certificate, everything goes listed in one document that is called resume. So, like as I said, resume is highly underestimated and highly ignored document, not only in India, but across the globe. And the $1,000,000 question, as the slide says, right? Do you value your resume? And if the answer is yes, you will get the real market value. If you don't value your resume, the answer is, quite obvious that you will not get the market value. What I mean by market value, like Shubham can understand me very well. And Shubham, you can again pitch in if you want. For example, Shubham is working now in Citibank. And Shubham is, joining as an early stage professional between 1 to 5 years. He is getting say 10 lakh salary annually, or maybe 50,000 or 60,000 per month. But if he takes some efforts to put in and properly put in the certifications, keywords, or like whatever basic qualification data is there in resume presentable manner, he can go and go for like double the offer what he is getting. That is the power of resume has. What does it mean? That it doesn't mean that like anybody will go to the just prepare a nice resume and then he will start getting a good salary. Of course, whatever you have mentioned in resume, if that is not going to tally in the interview, obviously that is a kind of fraud, or that is a kind of background verification they do, and you are caught there. And there have been cases, like a lot of people with the fake degrees from Hyderabad, fake universities, they came in and they were, spotted in the background verification. But fundamental thing is, like, if your resume is well in shape, crafted properly, you will definitely get the good market value. And that is the reason, like, because your resume goes to company even before you, right? Do you agree with me on this point?
Yeah.
Okay, so first step in the career, as the slide says, right, as the picture says, that this is where you the first take, like, if your resume is professionally crafted and nicely prepared, the chances are significantly high, like 30-40% chances significantly goes high, because your resume is making impression on me. Okay, and it's not only me. There are three entities, so, for example, like we will see in the upcoming slides, but how many entities are there who are checking your resume? Like, for example, if Ayn and Shubham has prepared their resume, it's not that, like people, your colleagues they will go and check your resume. It's three entities. One is the ATS system. It's a kind of, software, automated software or artificial intelligence software, you can say. We will see that. Next is the HR manager. For example, if I am HR manager, I will see, okay, Shubham's resume is there. Is it having good qualification? Is it having good experience, certification, knowledge? I will consider it. And third is the manager, who is actually looking for kind of candidate, Shubham, and he wants to recruit Shubham. So you have to impress all these three things so that you go to the last stage at the interview, and if your things which you are mentioning in the resume matches with interview details, you are shortlisted and you are getting the good offer there. Got it? But why resume is more critical? Because before even you go to the interview, you have already created impressions in my subconscious mind. Like if I prepare a good resume, I am already deciding that, okay, Shubham is the candidate I have decided today. I will, like already he has entered into my mind that, Shubham has really prepared nice resume. Shubham has really given the nice keywords. So I am 50% of my mind is convinced that I am going to recruit Shubham. 50% is just a formality. I will set up an interview and I will recruit him and release the offer to him. You got it? So that is how the power of resume is. But as I said, people unfortunately don't see it and don't respect it. Okay. So what is ATS? Any guesses? As I said, there are three entities in the resume, right? First is your ATS software. Second is HR manager. And third is the hiring manager. So these are the three people or three entities which you will go through your resume in the entire cycle of recruitment. Okay. Any guesses? Sidali and I already had discussion, but I would request Sidali to keep quiet on this. So Ain, Shubham, Tia, and all the people on
this
call.
automated software which goes through your resume, looks for the keywords and sorts.
Exactly. Correct, Shubham. So these are the, this is what I just wanted to make it interactive so that you are fully, prepared. Like as I said, these are the kind of buzzwords or keywords you should know before you go to the market, right? As I said in the beginning, GTM. GTM means go to market. Like once your BBA is done and you are ready to take on the internship and you are ready to go to the market. So you should know, like if HR says, hey, your resume is not shortlisted in ATS. So you shouldn't be sounding, like that you don't know what is ATS. So ATS is nothing but the applicant tracking system. But what it does actually, it is an application track. Like whatever resume you are sending, it is going to track. It is a talent screening. It's like, are you the right talent for my organization? It is going to track your talent. And like kind of advanced sourcing. So all these things, it is embedded as a logic or as an algorithm in this softwares. So what they do, for example, once you submit your resume, for example, Shubham, you are in Citibank, so you decided that you prepared a nice resume and you want to send it back to another financial entity. For example, your resume has been shortlisted by say HDFC Bank. So what they will do, they will say these are the 100 resumes we have received from the applicants. Hey, ATS software, that is the command they will put it. Like they will just put the button and they will say, give me the top 20 resumes from this lot of 100 resume. And how ATS does the screening is there is a shortlisting. Is your name correct? For example, Shubham, is his name is correct listed? Okay, then his mobile number is there. 10-digit mobile number is there. Yes, tick mark. Is email ID there? Yes, because that is the critical section. Contact section, or like if your name, email ID, and mobile number is not there. Even if I like you and I like your resume, how can I contact you? Got it? And that's where people get rejected on the first training itself. Because your mobile number is not correctly mentioned or your email ID is not mentioned, typo mistakes are there. So you are straight away out of the competition. After that, like, do you have, if you applied for, digital marketing or finance executive or, whatever position, is there keywords are properly listed? So all that things it does, and it gives you score out of 100. It says, okay, Shubham's resume has a 70 score. Then, I's resume has 80 score. So like that, it gives you, and it shortlisted the top 20 resume, which is between the 70 to 80 range. You got it? So that's how the applicant tracking system. So nobody manually is going to check your resume, say, okay, I got 100 resume, I will check it manually. It's not like a school paper exam. They will check your resume. It's all done through the automation. Okay. And see, this is the shocking result. It's even in 2025, if you see, 75% of the resume gets rejected on the spot in the first screening itself. And why it happens? Any guesses?
They're not meeting the ATS criteria.
Exactly. So they are not satisfying, like, because, like what you feel good, not necessarily good. Like people are driven by, like they feel, if I have a fancy diagram, That's what the PowerPoint says. Do not use any, this crossmark says, do not use the fancy templates or something which is colorful. Now Holi is coming, so I will use that example. People literally play Holi on the resume, like it's not your bedroom or it's not your modular kitchen that you will say, okay, I would like to take yellow color here, red color here. It's nothing to do, it should be very neat, clean. Hygiene matters basically in the resume, okay? And most horrible things which is happening in the market, I will not take name. One of the topmost job board portal in India, right? So they are also giving resume writing services, and they are the people who are using all the graphic designers, So they will create some, PowerPoint designs, and that fancy design ATS straight away rejects, So how it rejects basically, you understand binary, right? 0 and 1, right? So any software in the world, it understands only, binary language, 0 and 1. Like if there is a text written, it will say 1. If it is 0, I mean, if there is an image, it will read as a 0. You got it? How the ATS software are working in the market? So whenever you have big images, fancy, like I have worked, or this is my, achievement, or if you attach any certifications and all that, that is treated as a 0. 0 means what? System says that this is a blank page for me. I don't understand what is the content here. Okay. So that is how 75% resumes are on the spot rejected in the first screening. Remaining 25, they go for the interview, and after that 5% are the people who are shortlisted for the final offer. Got it? Absolute clear on this process? Guys, you can say yes, no, you don't have to, I mean, it's not kind of Zoom call, but at least you can raise your thumbs up, say, or you can unmute and take a pace to say yes, sir, we are clear on this process. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So moving on, considering the time limit we have, so what are the top critical sections in the resume? So this is very important, like what I am looking for. If you don't give me what I'm looking for and you give me everything else which is not required, that is where people get trapped. So if you see, these are the top 10 sections in any resume, whether it is a junior internship, whether it is 10 years experience, 15 years experience, but how do you write? That's the kind of importance, but we will get into that later. But first is a personal information. What I mean by that, it's a contact information is like your name, email address, and mobile number. These are the critical sections in any resume. Even if you have everything in this resume, like your resume, education, you are from the IIT Bombay, I am Ahmedabad, but if your mobile number is not listed, or if your email address is not listed properly, you will never ever get any call, because ATS, as I said, it only understands binary 0 and 1. Do you have email address? Your resume shortlisted. Do you have mobile number? Your resume shortlisted. Your education is missing? You are out of the system. Like you will not be shortlisted. Like whatever position you have applied, if you have skills mentioned, your resume shortlisted. Academic projects or whatever volunteer experience you have, this is all mandatory. Rest is all something you can add on. Like you can say I have done internship for 2 months, 1 month, or online LinkedIn internship I have done. You can mention that. If you have done any certifications, you can mention that. There are a lot of free courses on Udemy and YouTube and Coursera. You can use that. Achievements, if you have if you are one of the topmost student in your college, or if you have win any competition, you can mention that. You can, because you are freshers, you can also mention your hobbies and interests. Like if you are a digital marketing candidate and your hobby is to listen to the business models, market research, that helps. And also language, for example, if you are a Gujarati speaking candidate, I am also Gujarati speaking, I will connect with you. If you are Hindi speaking, I also know Hindi, I can understand it easily, that I can talk to you on a regional language. So this is you cannot skip this, or you cannot miss on these mandatory things. This is something absolutely you need to provide. And if you have this additional information, you please incorporate that in resume. Okay, clear? Okay. So this is again, certain kind of, competence and qualification matters, like who is doing your resume, it matters, like not because I am working in HR company, or, I am working in HR and I have 10 years of experience, I can write your resume. Not like that, you need to have basic certification or competence. So what is the difference between resume writing and professional resume writing? For example, when you write resume, what are the mistakes you make, and when certified people write resume, what is the good thing they add? So it is not ATS friendly. Like as I said, you will add a lot of images. Okay, so all these things, mistakes are possible. Poor structuring, as I said, structuring is also important. Like if you suddenly start, hey, I am, doing BBA, you cannot start like that. You have to have first, your name, email, contact number, then, your qualification. So like there is a proper structure of the resume. Keywords is the, like 50 years back also keywords were important, and 2025 today also keyword matters. Okay, so keyword is very important. And if you are specific to industry. Hello. Yeah, Sohan, can I call you back? I am in a call, okay? So as I said, certified professional, that is where they, create an impact. As I said, impact means, your ATS system, your hiring manager and HR manager. Everybody feels sure that this is the best resume or this is the best candidate, okay? Okay, so let me keep a watch on time. So we'll quickly run through this content and then we will move on to the LinkedIn, okay? So nowadays people, feel that, what is so big deal in resume? I can just go to the ChatGPT and write my resume, okay? So I will tell you, like, as I said, people don't value resume, and that is where they don't get the right market value. Like it's not just you use ChatGPT in 2 minutes and your resume. It's not like a, noodles that you prepare in 2 minutes. You need to have proper thought process. You need to understand what is the position you're applying, what you want to do with this resume, and then it makes. And why AI is not the recommended option. I mean, you can use AI, but up to certain limit. Like if you just blindly use AI, this is how it happens. Like as I said, if you see this, AI works in the pattern. What I mean by pattern, like AI understand, okay, I had to manufacture the door, I had to manufacture the car. If you see this factory, like Tesla and all these automobile gigafactory, there is not a single human you can see in this in this picture, right? Do you see any person, manual person doing assembly? Yes, no, Ain, Shubham? Absolutely. There is not a single person on this plant. Everything is automated, automation or automated is there because the software or the, robots already know that first the car will come, then I have to fit the door. So the process is, absolutely hard coded there. But that's not the case with you, right? For example, if Shubham has to write resume, Shubham's resume did not match with the Ain, or, like these two people are totally unique. So you need to bring in your personal branding, and there are a lot of fake resume writers. What I mean by fake, graphic designers, people who are doing very good graphic designing, they have started writing the resume writing. And so people always get confused with the template, like they say, Jitendra, like, can I use this template, that template? And I always guide people, it's not the template, but the resume content matters, like, like if you just take the best template in the world, that not necessarily that your resume is really good, okay? So don't get lost in the template, because if you go to canva.com, adobe.com, these are all graphic designing companies, and they have thousands of templates. But does that really add value to your life? No. So what is written in that template, that really matters, right? Are you guys with me? Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
So one quick example, real life example I will give you here, like this is what I have mentioned, flashy designs and flashy promises. Real life example, how a customer got scammed by India's leading job portal. So I want to share this example with you. So one of the, there is one company called Jet Synthesis in Kalyani Nagar, okay? You might have heard it. So they called me, they said, Jitendra, we find your name and company on Google. So we are, laying off, we are firing some people, and before we fire, we want to at least wish them good luck and prepare their professional resume. So I reached out to them and I went to the company. So there were around 10 candidates with 8 to 9 experience, some software backend architect, software front-end engineer. And they said, Jitendra, we already have our resume prepared from one of the topmost company. Then I said, okay, show me. Then he said, this is the resume which I prepared last month. Then I saw his, as I said, your contact information is the most critical. So his mobile number and email address was embedded into the kind of blue, PNG image. And then I told him, boss, you will never ever get call from any Microsoft, Google, or any topmost company because your contact details are not readable by the ATS softwares. Then, as I said, he was backend architect, and he realized his mistake, and he said, "Thank you, Jitendra, for showing this mistake to me." And then he took the services, and then he got the very good result. Okay, so it is like this is the analogy I have prepared here. For example, if you remember, water, every day we drink water, and nowadays Kent or water purifier is very, very common in day-to-day life. But if you see 10 20 years back, it was not that common. People were not using water purifier. So because now people understand the health is totally dependent on the water, let's have purified water. Same is the case with the resume. Like if your resume is having clear and clean hygiene, your career health will improve. But if you are not using a proper written resume, your career health gets impacted. So now this is what I want to show case, like kind of couple of examples or where I have shared this resume. So first one is a kind of BBA and LLB candidate, and second, so I have basically shared these examples for you to understand whatever I have been talking till date, or whatever I have been sharing information till now. Does this make sense? And when you see the example, as I said, right, contact information. For example, this girl is from Ahmedabad. So like your PIN code. For example, if you see this, I have also mentioned PIN code. So this also really matters for HR manager. For example, if you are staying in Kharadi, can you join the Kharadi business or IT park there? So they know that how much logistics do you really need, company bus and all that. Everything calculation starts when you submit the resume. And that gives me, okay, this candidate or this girl is there in this area, so she can travel. So like that, a lot of things and calculations starts getting into your resume. Any questions, guys? So this is the example I wanted to show. And as I said, there is a bonus tip in the end of the this presentations, which I will share with you, one sample template with you. Okay.
Just one query. I mean, in the earlier, I mean, if you see up above the name, right, in Sarah's resume. So I see a couple of points. I mean, those are there at the top, and I see same in below as well in core competences. So
no. So see, so this is a kind of like she is a kind of certified or like she has done BCom and chartered accountancy. So what value you bring on to the table? This is a kind of specialties or qualities. Like she is a junior chartered accountant, or she has experience in GST filing and all that. That quickly brings in. Okay. And this career competency, if you see, this is segregated. What I mean by that, like what is accounting related knowledge she has, what is the taxation related knowledge, like this is the segregation. It's a kind of demarcation, like I am not mixing it here and there. So like she has also good qualification, I mean communication skills. She can talk to the client. Like as a junior chartered accountant, she has to face and talk to the client. Okay. So can she do conversion? Can she at least convince the client that her accountant services are really best? So all that things, client engagement or like client management, taxation related, which taxation, like TDS, GST. So these are the core competency she has in her personality or in her education, which she has enhanced it with the internship and all that. And like she was also the topmost candidate, she got some 92%, she was the topper in college. So that she wants to highlight it because she knows that she is a junior candidate. She will not get job easily. So if she shows that she is one of the topmost candidate in the market, that gives me, it is not a bias, but it is like as a hiring manager, I am always interested, right? Like Shubham, do you have any special qualities in you that, like if you were the topmost candidate in your college, that gives me some additional impression, right? I mean, not necessarily everybody has to be number one in the class, but it could be anything. Like if you have win the debating competition, or you have won some, you have participated in some other competitions. So let that flavor, because as a junior, let that flavor should be there, like otherwise how I'm going to initiate a talk with you? Like if I see certain, hobbies, which is matching with my hobbies, that will trigger some questions for me to you, right? So that is what I'm saying. Like, like if you see hobbies and interests, this candidate has mentioned, like she has a legal writing. She's a kind of legal profession. So, she has mentioned that she would like to do legal writing, public speaking, reading and all these hobbies. So I can, like, even after the interview is done, I can connect and talk to her, for more details on that. So, but as I said, this is typically neat and clean resume, but this is something, as I said, formatting wise, if you want to highlight what is the segregation of core competency you're done, like 3 areas of competencies or IT skills, what tools what are the soft skills you have. So if you demarcate it, it becomes easy for me, systems, hiring manager, everybody can convince that this is the candidate. Even before you go for the interview, I'm already, selected you in my mind. Got it?
Okay.
So that's how it is so powerful. Like I have not seen who is Shubham. I have not seen who is Ain. There is no photo there, but I'm convinced in my mind that this candidate is really good for my team. And then rest is just a formality. I will just conduct the interview and shortlist you and select you. Okay. So we are running short of time, so we'll quickly move. But so cover letter, as I said, if resume itself is not given value, you can imagine who in the world today gives importance to cover letter. But this is something statistics I want to show you. Like 83% of hiring managers say a strong cover letter helps them to make hiring decision. Like it is the introduction of your resume. Like before you will submit, you submit this cover letter. Okay. And only 26% of job seekers submit cover letter. So look at this kind of drastic situation. Like only people who are submitting and preparing interview cover letters, 26%. So my recommendation is don't you have the tools with you, even if you use ChatGPT, but there should be proper prompt to create the cover letter. Just everybody is using write my cover letter for 1,000 letters. Don't do that. Take some time. Okay, so now I am also the certified digital career strategist. What it means that CDC is somebody who understands in and out of LinkedIn profile. Okay, how to do optimize the LinkedIn profiles, personal branding. If you have any specific thought leadership, you can demonstrate that on LinkedIn. And network. How do you network? Okay, so let's get into LinkedIn profile. I will do one quick LinkedIn demo here. So this is you can, if you see my LinkedIn profile. Like 50% people I have seen, they don't even bother to put their profile photo. Like if I don't know who is Shubham, how do I connect quickly? Okay. And even if you have photo and 26% people, there is a statistics, like 26% people don't bother to keep LinkedIn banner. Like LinkedIn banner is nothing but kind of branding. Like what are you, a marketing person? Are you a finance person? What kind of value you bring? So I'm clearly mentioning that crafting your career journey with compelling resume that opens doors to the new opportunities. And what is the value I have? I am also API specialist, like aptitude, personality, and interest, chief career counselor, and resume writer. So all these things. Okay. So LinkedIn and resume. Let's understand the basic difference between LinkedIn and resume. And I have seen like more than 50% people literally mistake LinkedIn and resume purpose. It's totally unique, but people still mistake. And I have seen that people use LinkedIn in resume. I mean, people use resume as a LinkedIn. What I mean by that, LinkedIn doesn't give you restriction. If there are 26 characters of about me summary, like even if you work for 10 internships, you can write in LinkedIn. But that is not how resume is structured. Like you cannot have 10 pages of resume. Nobody has time to go through the 10 pages. But people can spend 10 minutes on your LinkedIn with the 10 pages of internship. You got it? Because it's an online presence or online resume. You have a lot of details you can share there. But that is not how it should go on the resume. Your resume should be 1 page or max to max 2 pager if you have very good internship details. After 2 pages, nobody has time and nobody has interest to go through your resume. But in LinkedIn, people are always interested, to scroll down. Got it? And resume acts as a pitch. What I mean by pitch? Nowadays, Shark Tank is very popular, so I give that example. So if you are a BBA candidate and you want to pitch for the internship, that hi, hello, I am, I'm here. I want to, go for or pitch for this internship. So you will mention your, whatever academic projects in BBA or final year, third year you are done. What is the exposure, knowledge or skill set or, keywords, so that you will prepare as a pitch for the internship role. Once your internship is done, then you will put it as a kind of executive role. If you are done with the executive role, you will go for the lead role, team lead role, then manager role. Like that, the pitch always goes on. Like, like even if CEO level people, like management consulting people, they also pitch that I am a CEO for this company. I want to go for managing director. So like that, you use resume as a pitch. But LinkedIn is your online personal brand. Absolute clear here, everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, very good. So let's move on. So LinkedIn demo. So now, if you guys are comfortable, you let me know, or I can, show my profile and tell you like how this, all the fields matter. So basically, LinkedIn or any other platform, whether even if in Naukri.com or any other platform you use, it is kind of fill in the blanks. What I mean by that, there is certain character length they have platform has given you, and if you don't utilize that, you will not be noticed. I mean, it is called, you must have heard SEO, right? Search engine optimization. The search engine optimization is not only the Google's concept, it is the online marketing concept. Okay. So even in LinkedIn, if you don't have proper data mentioned there, you will not be promoted by LinkedIn. Okay. You got it? So Shubham, you guys want to alter, or should we continue with my LinkedIn profile as a demo so that I can just tell you, or if you want, or let me show you one profile which I recently did it. Okay, Jaivik Shah, let us use this profile. Yeah. So let me show you this. You can relate it because this is a kind of, very. Guys, can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the profile I recently, helped, because he is the guy from, he just did his digital marketing, like, so if you see this, as I said, your profile photo, actually I had given his proper profile photo. He has changed it because he now traveled to UK. But if you see, like, as he's a digital marketing, he's saying that I can take care of the digital marketing, like social media strategy, like what you can do, you have to literally mention it. Okay. So LinkedIn also acts as a kind of sophisticated background verification tool. Like, for example, your resume is shortlisted. Now, as a HR manager or, as a hiring manager, I will go and see, okay, so Jaivik says that he is good for marketing. Let me see what he has mentioned, And if you see, this is where your 2,600 characters length LinkedIn gives you. And unfortunately, I have seen people hardly, use 100 or 200 character length here. So you have to properly mention that, hey, I am Jaivik Shah, I am a digital, like, who are you? Like, what about you? What you can do? Like, he has his linked YouTube channel also. If you see, his YouTube channel is mentioned here in the introduction. So if you are having your own YouTube channel, you should mention that, promote it. Okay. And certifications, what he has done, what is the core competency, and then top skills. This is really what matters, So LinkedIn allows you top 5 skills, and you should not compromise, or you should not miss that. All the top 5 skills you should, you update it there. Similarly, as I said, it's a fill in the blanks. Like we all have gone through school, so we know. Like, everywhere it's a fill in the blanks concept. LinkedIn says you whatever experience you have, please mention and write it properly. So here again, like your keywords gets acknowledged. For example, he says these are the skills he has. So this is how LinkedIn starts ranking your profile. Like, okay, you got 20 skills here, like you have your about section has 5 skills. So like this is where your visibility goes up, up, up. Okay. And most importantly, if you see, there is no random character in his, URL. Okay. You got it. For example, now if you see, for example, let me click on this one profile. This is there. Okay, so can you see this random number which LinkedIn, whenever you generate your LinkedIn profile, it automatically comes and lands in your profile like 829. So this is where you have to do the optimization. What I mean by optimization, you have to delete this and say this is my real name, Tushar Tushar dash Bora. Okay, so that's how you should do it. But and that's where people don't take efforts and pains, and that's where LinkedIn doesn't gives you proper reach on the your LinkedIn. Like it doesn't promote you. You will not have better connections on the profile. Okay, are you clear, guys? Till now, whatever we are discussing.
Yes, sir.
I think we are running short of time. So, there are many sections. As I said, like if you see, like I can show you on my profile. So, if you see every time you are edit, like for example, here also, if you see, so there are filters, like in mobile, you have filter, like you want to use spotlight, you can spotlight your background banner. These are the filters you should apply. Similarly, if you see, here also, like all these fields, you shouldn't be keeping it, like which education, what is your college, you should mention that university or, like whatever is there. You should not miss the information. That is what I mean by fill in the blanks, right? You're like, who are you? Like, as I said, like I started this, but before that I was doing so many things. That also I have kept it. And you can also feature your post, like whatever your post is there. If you have done participation or training certification, you can attach it as a feature post here. So all these things matters in a LinkedIn. Okay. So that was a quick demo. I wanted to show it to you. Now, if you go to the, this is the bonus tip I want to offer you now. So if you go to this, CareerDon website, on the footer, I will show you now. Okay. Okay. So if you go to the CareerDon website, on the footer, there are a lot of free material is there, free resources. For example, free freshers resume template, free resume template for all stages, free psychometric test result. You will see, brochures for, mid stage, early stage. All these brochures also you can download, and you will get a lot of information there. Okay. Guys, any questions? I think we are almost at the end of this. It would be really nice if we can, have a, live or, physical session in a classroom kind of thing where I can actually show you or take you through all this data. But whatever I made presentation, are you guys able to connect, and are you guys able to, get the benefit out of it, or any
Yes,
question? Yeah, Sidali, thank you. Any questions?
It was quite informative.
Yeah. So, I mean, as I said, this is not a rocket science. I'm saying like that is where people overlook it, or people take it very lightly. Oh, usme kya hai yaar, resume to both. It's a very normal thing, right? On LinkedIn, that I know it very well. I can go to the chat GPT. But I'm saying it is not a rocket science. It is a kind of common sense. You need to have proper sequence. As I said, it is all about the sequence. If you have proper sequence, if you use the proper keywords, even though you don't have IIM degree or IIT or IIM degree from topmost institute, you will still get a better salary, and you can still make a better visibility in the market. Got it?
yes, sir.
Okay, so should we stop here, Sidali and Krisha, Ain, Shubham, or please feel if you have any more questions. I suggest we can have a detailed,
So I think I have some questions.
yeah.
Hi, sir. This is Ain.
Mhm.
I just had one question to ask. Like, what do you think are some of the most common or some of the biggest mistakes that people make while posting on LinkedIn?
Yeah, so I mean, I have seen this. One of my candidate from WSQ Tech Training Institute, she literally took ChatGPT content and posted it on YouTube. I mean, saw this LinkedIn, and it was written there, ChatGPT. So I'm saying like at least basic hygiene, as I said, like basic hygiene, whatever your original thought is there, you can use ChatGPT as a writer or tool, but what is your contribution? What is your thought? That should come first, like copy pasting is, you should, that anybody can do it, right? But I mean, what you want to say, that there is a basic hygiene, and LinkedIn is a kind of, social media, right? Everybody is watching you. So when I saw that, she did not even bother to remove that ChatGPT things, so that creates a poor infection, right? So basic hygiene, basic guidelines are there, or you should at least ask audience, like, do you guys agree with me? Or, like, please comment, post, or, share your thoughts, circulate in other, your network. That at least you should mention there, so that if it is not relevant to me, I will share it in my network. If it is, for example, if somebody is posting a job, I will post it in my network. Hey guys, do you want to go and offer, refer this job? Something like that. Okay.
Sir, I had a question. How can we leverage LinkedIn to find internship and job opportunities?
Yes. So there are a lot of groups, like you have WhatsApp group, right? Private WhatsApp group. So LinkedIn has private groups for freshers, interns, or, even within that, category wise, like if you're a marketing candidate, you should go for marketing groups. If you're a finance group person, you should go for, chartered accountant group. So you should join those groups. There is a moderator. So like if I am a moderator, you will send me the request that I want to join this group. I will approve it, and then you get the private confidential notifications. For example, let me share the screen. Okay, you will see that now. And let me know if you are able to see also. Okay, can you see the screen now? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So if you see this, there is a group, Bharat Workforce Connection. Okay, and if you see how many people are following that, 21,000. Okay, and if you see this notification, like is only there, like Zomato is hiring, or, like whoever is hiring. So that kind of notification, you will get it as a kind of private group. Got it? So making a LinkedIn profile is not only sufficient. You need, as I said, it's a networking tool, right? So if you get into a bogus network, or people who are fraudsters or cheap influencers, there are a lot of coaches and, consultants. They claim themselves that there are, coaches, but what they are selling, they are selling 10,000 membership or course. They will say, Aditi, please come to my website and buy my course of 10,000. That's nonsense going on in the LinkedIn. So stay away from the bogus people. You should be properly connected with the qualified people. That's how the network impacts you. Because if your network is bogus, obviously you will have bogus connections, and, you will have wrong connections, and they will try to influence you. Buy this, buy this, buy this, buy my course, buy this. All of scams goes on. Got it? So please join the proper groups on the LinkedIn also. That also matters. Like if you get into wrong groups, they will try to influence your mind in a negative way, and then you will feel that is the only thing in the market which I should take. Got it? And a lot of jobs are there, but as I said, people don't know there is jobs. So that also matters. Any more question, guys?
So one question.
Hmm?
So how do I showcase extracurricular activities or leadership roles on my profile?
Yeah, so I mean, that's what I didn't get time, but LinkedIn has as I said, that is not possible. Like resume is a kind of page, but LinkedIn, if you see, these many sections are there on LinkedIn. For example, there is if you have worked on any project, like for example, if you see education, position, services, career break, recommended. So recommended sections are these. You can feature your license, certain projects, if you have done any courses and everything. And additional, if you see, like language, organization, publications, volunteer experience, all these sections, if you fill it, LinkedIn acknowledges that you have additional data on these sections. Okay. So as I said, there are many details you can enter it into the LinkedIn, but that is not the flexibility you have on resume. Resume is your sharp pitch that I am looking for a job and this is my experience, this is my keywords. But in LinkedIn, if you see that when you mention your LinkedIn profile link in the resume, from resume, people are directed to the LinkedIn, and there they see that this is the project you have done, this is the volunteer experience you have, or if you have contributed in COVID, or if you have some certain experience which nobody has in the market. There they can understand the difference between resume, and this is how you're a different person. Okay, like certifications, courses, licenses you have. Got it? Okay, guys, I think so. If there are no further questions, so we can sum up here. And I want to express my gratitude and thank you to all of you. If you guys have any more questions, you can visit or book a free sessions with me from website, or also reach out to Sidali, Prisha, all these guys, and feel comfortable for any.
So 1 minute, I think we have one more question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So do online certificates have real value on the CV?
Yes and no, because yes, what I mean by that, I think I have given this example to Sidali, but I will repeat it, Sidali. Okay. So because that is how people understand. So Isha, I hope you remember there was a movie called ABCD, anybody can dance, right? ABCD 2, I think. So there was a crystal clear message in the movie that like dance to express that you are a dancer at heart. So express. It's not to impress that like if you have done some project management certifications or digital marketing certification, don't try to impress. Do you really think that you need this certification? Certification is needed to competence. Like driving license. You have a driving license, but do you actually go in the market and you show that, hey, I have a driving license, I have a driving. When you actually drive the car, people knows that, right? You have a driving license and you are kind of qualified to drive the car. So it is as per the need. If you really think that you are falling somewhere or you're lacking somewhere, you need a certification. Go take that certification in the market, and there are certifications starting from free certifications to the lakhs of value in the certification, right? But there is a lot of scams happening also there. Like they will say we will give you 25,000 scholarship. Under the name of scholarship, they will cheat you, create problem for you. So if it is genuinely required in your area, in your field, go for that certificate. It has a value, but not every certification. Got it?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. Any more questions? Anybody still has something to bothering? If not, I think then we can wrap up and close this call. Is that okay, Sidali?
Yes, sir. That's fine now.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Have a nice time, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.